And let's go ahead and get right into it, everybody. Happy Friday. Awesome to see everyone on here. All right. So my name is Jasenia Lagaretta. I'm your host today for Coach Talk Cafe. We're really excited to have you guys here. And today, I just want to let you guys know that we have an awesome menu, great guest speakers, testimonial today. We'll have a wonderful poem, and then we'll kind of get into it for you guys. So my name is Jasenia Legareta. I'm pleased to be here with you guys to welcome you guys to learn. I see so many beautiful faces. And Coach Talk Cafe was founded by Gabriela Delgadillo, okay? And she is the founder and the CEO of Coach Talk Cafe. She created the Coach Talk Cafe platform in order to make coaching available to the masses. Okay, so the vision statement is here we have a vision of connecting people to purpose and creating global abundance. And our mission statement is that we are committed to the continual pursuit of knowledge and to the development of our talents to empower ourselves and others to reach our full human potential in mind, body, and spirit while creating global abundance. Okay, so I'm so excited to see you guys here. And I want to go ahead and just see if Gabby, if you have any words you'd like to share with anyone before I get into the rules and norms.
I just want to welcome everyone. We're very excited to have both Janet and Francisca here to share with us today. And I'm just going to sit here and listen in and take it all in today, be a little quiet today, but having an amazing day and sending you guys all love and light and excited to hear the messages that we have today.
Thank you so much, Gabby. All right, everyone. So we'll go ahead and get into some rules and norms. So for the remainder of the presentation, we'll have everyone's mic muted. So if at any point, just kind of pay attention to your microphone in case you accidentally unmute it. That way, while our presenters are presenting, they each have 30 minutes for their presentation. There won't be any interruptions, okay? We want to go ahead and have a smooth flow to everything. If you are able to turn on your camera, if you're not driving and it's safe to do so, please turn your camera on. We would love to see your beautiful faces, your wonderful energy. And if you have any questions during the presentation, if you have any questions during the presentation, please add those in the chat. You may use the chat to do so, okay? And we'll go ahead and get started here. If at any point, I just want to share, if for whatever reason it gets disconnected, the call ends, just hop right back on using the same link, okay? This will end. I'm on Mountain Standard Time. It's about 9:30 my time, Mountain Standard Time, and or 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. So you guys, let's go ahead and get started. Our first speaker today is Dr. Janet Fine, and she's actually a founding partner for Coach Talk Cafe. She's also a facilitator and contributor to the Coach Talk Cafe Master Course, which is a coaching certification program. She has her doctoral degree in human development. She's a teacher and a mentor, a heart-centered life coach, and she also specializes in developing and implementing cross-cultural programs. Today, she will be speaking on the coaching methodology and some of the core needs and values like the inner sage, the coaching continuum, open awareness, and deep listening. So Janet, I'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself if you'd like to share any other information, and just go ahead and get right to it.
Thank you, Jasenia, and everyone for allowing me to be here today and share with you. This is such a learning experience for me as it is for all of us. And I'd like to start with this beautiful saying. It's a proverb from the Diné tribe, better known as the Navajo. They use the word in their own language, Diné, to describe them, which means we the people. So I thought that was appropriate for all of us here today too. So hope is the gift of endurance in stormy days. Very simple, but very profound. So raise your hand or chat with me if you had a stormy day this week. Any storms for anyone? I think we can all relate, which is really a confirmation and a validation for why we are all here gathered together to become coaches and to put our energies, to put our gifts and our talents in this container so we can share them with each other and also take them out into the world, transforming the world, creating global abundance. And every time I hear the vision statement, I just get chills because way back many years ago, I felt that vision would someday come to pass. And being right here in the middle of this vision is so amazing to me, as I know it is to all of you. So if you had a stormy day, we're going to do that little clearing. Some of you participated in that last week, and I got some good feedback, so I think you like it. And it's taking, I may have to move back a little, swiping over the top of your head, over your crown center, to clear away any negativity, any stress, any butterflies. Maybe I'm the only one with butterflies. And then reverse that. And as you do that, breathe long and deep. So we're opening the crown center for divine light and healing to enter in. And then one more reversal. Make sure you go right over that crown. We want that nice and open. And then both arms creating a vortex, letting that energy flow in through the crown now. And as you inhale, bringing in that divine light and healing energy, as you exhale, just drop away anything negative, any discomfort, dis-ease. Let that go into the earth to ground you, to anchor you. Just the arms up like this is also a heart opener. So anytime you're in stress, you can lift your arms and open your heart. I know it gets heavy. Kind of feel like your arms are floating. Someone's holding your fingertips so you don't have to exert any energy to hold them up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands together in prayer pose. Inhale again, bring your elbows together. Open your middle fingers so your thumbs, your little fingers are connected. Breathe in and out long and deep. Make an I am statement and hold that intention in the center of this lotus flower. Breathe into it, believe it, see it, feel it, make it real. As you exhale, bring it into your heart. Your hands over your heart activate your electromagnetic field. So you start drawing in all of these intentions. Another inhale. As you exhale, open your arms and share your intentions and say one I am statement all together. Out loud. Oh, we can't. We're muted. Okay. Say it out loud for yourself. And then bring your arms behind you. Clasp your hands. Stretch your shoulders back. Bring your heart toward the earth, bowing with gratitude, grace, and humility. And then inhale as you come back up, stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other. All right, so that's a clearing. You can jot down in the chat how you feel. If you feel any different, if you want to share your I am statement, that would be great too. So we'll get into the idea of transformational methodology. Somehow, when I think of those two words, they don't quite go together for me. Methodology seems so linear. It seems, in that masculine mode of transactional analysis and results-oriented therapy. because I think of transformation as more of a spiraling process that doesn't really end, it's an evolution. We continue to spiral through different stages of our lives. And one who, a humanistic psychologist, very famous, Abraham Maslow, probably came closest to creating a methodology when he created his pyramid. I'll post that if you're not familiar with it. But the base of the pyramid, as you know, if you know, is about safety and security and meeting our physiological needs. So we all need food, clothing, shelter, water, monetization, yay, and all those physical plane connections that keep us grounded here on the earth. That also connects to our root chakra, which is about safety and security and meeting our physical needs. So they all go, Maslow's hierarchy actually goes hand in hand with the chakra system. And I won't get into all of that today, but you can ask me if you want to know more about that. So as we move from that place of safety and security, and we feel that we are safe and secure, we come to more of a level of belonging. So what better model of transformational methodology than Coach Talk Cafe to really describe that? We're in a container together of safety, security, building trust through relationships and sharing, learning to monetize together, having that opportunity to create that together. And then when we rest at that stage, we can come into a sense of belonging. And that belonging opens our heart center. So that kind of moves us into that heart area where we begin to live with purpose. We come more into contact with what our heart yearns for, excuse me, what our heart wants in communication and connection with others. And then creating that global abundance as we begin to even emerge to self-actualization. So when we get to that level of self-actualization, and I'm not real sure how we know when we're there, yet there are certain traits that we can look for. We come to that place of creativity, our own expression into the world, the ways that we contribute to others, our altruism, our sense of greater purpose than just our little survival selves, and we begin thriving. So we're leaving that kind of pain model of survival and coming into a place of thriving. And we can all do that together in this community setting on this platform. So I am grateful for technology that has brought us together like this from all parts of the globe. When could this have happened before COVID? So even some gratitude in that direction, because we've all learned a lot from the lessons that COVID brought us and continues to bring. So we're expanding more from a heart center. We're letting go a little bit of the external more and more. I have a story about a student, one of my college students who came to me after we had talked about Maslow's hierarchy. And he said, Dr. J, which is what they used to call me, I think I'm self-actualized. And I said, really? Tell me about that. Why do you think that? And he said, because I have this beautiful family. I have a beautiful home. I have everything I can think of that I need. And I have done everything in the world that I can even imagine doing. I've been in different branches of the military. I've traveled everywhere. And I am so fulfilled in my life. And he also added, and I'm just beginning to realize that all of that doing and that having is now giving me an opportunity to be myself. So much in our society, we focus on what do I have? What do I need to have? And we're out there striving and driving and gathering and collecting and hoarding even, so we can really say, I have it all. Or we do. We get one degree after another. I'm a testament to that. And think that if we do all of these things that we want to do, our to-do list, our bucket list, all of our checklists, our vision boards, then we can be who we want to be. Yet we really forget to put that focus on being. And transformational coaching, heart-centered coaching, turns that mirror around and puts that vision back on your own presence, your own sense of being. So we begin to have that open awareness. So as transformational coaches, if we're talking methodology, one method would be to work continuously on ourselves to be that change that we want to see in the world, as Gandhi so well stated that, and to continue to polish our own mirror that we shine into the world. Excuse me. And I love to use the analogy of the diamond or the oyster that only becomes a pearl from all the friction that it experiences during its growth. And we are those pearls too. And we polish our diamonds every day so we can become that star, that shining light that we look for in the sky. And we continue to search within ourselves. So as a transformational coach, our own transformation needs to be happening simultaneously. And we don't have to be higher than or above them or anywhere that we measure or compare. It's like Jasenia said, just being yourself, showing up authentically. And then we question, what is that? What is authentic? How do I know when I'm authentic? So when I go inward, when I trust that inner sage, that place in me, so the sage stands for, excuse me, what I see on all aspects, my insight, my foresight, my hindsight, my inner vision, my outer vision, all the ways that I see. And then I also take action on that awareness. And I have gratitude for the gifts with grace. And I express that out into the world. So again, I come back to Coach Talk Cafe and have gratitude for Gabby for creating this opportunity, this container which is also a methodology of transformational coaching, creating the sacred container so that this transformation can happen. So it's all right here. And that inner sage knows everything it needs to know. It's not external. We find it in different ways. So also in the chat, I'm going to invite you to drop a line about different ways that serve you to connect with your inner self. It may be crocheting beautiful baby things. I love how AJ's doing that. Behind my screen, I have a very big mess of a weaving loom and a lot of yarn. So that's a way that I connect with my inner self, going into nature every day. So what are some ways that bring you to that inner awareness where your inner wisdom, that sage within you who knows, can begin to come out? That's your authentic self. So from that sage, we're not the sage on the stage in transformational coaching. We're the guide by the side, but we are guided as coaches by our own inner sage. And it's a very reciprocal and it's very process oriented. It's a mystery. There's not a way from A to B to C to D to Z to get to transformation. It unfolds organically as you are with your client. So you have to enter in to that sacred space and join them at their place of being, where they are, and share that space of presence and build, like on Maslow's hierarchy, that place of safety and trust and security, so that they will also feel that safety and sense of belonging can develop from that. And the belonging is the relationship that you create. So in creating relationships, there's 5 pillars that we all need as humans. And the first is acknowledgement. We need to know that we exist, just like a child needs to have that mirror reflected back to them. And after acknowledgement, we need to feel accepted for our uniqueness, for our individual gifts, for our authenticity, so that that can be expressed. And we need to be allowed to share our gifts, to express our creativity, and to know that it's safe to do that. You know, I keep coming back to that basic safety, security, and trust. And then we need to pay attention, give attention to the person. Give them praise, give them encouragement, nurture. Give them of yourself. Be present for them. 110%. So 100%, you're kind of there, but you might be doing some note taking or peeking over at your phone. But 110% really makes a shift in that communication process. And that's where deep listening also comes in. And then the next of the last of the pillars is affection. And deep listening is a form of affection. So many of you know that there's different languages of love. It's not only touching and cuddling and kissing and holding, but there's many languages of love. Giving, full listening, giving of yourself, giving and expressing your uniqueness is a language of love. So I couldn't sleep pretty much most of the night. And I think a lot of this was on my mind, although, I tend to never try to memorize anything because I just really goof it up if I do that. And I have to trust that inner sage is somehow going to come out and make some sense to someone else. And I also found out that a very close high school friend of mine, well, I haven't really seen him probably since I was 15. I had a job as a waitress when I was 15, and he was a dishwasher and a busboy. And though we didn't have any contact, he used to drive me home on his motorcycle after we closed the restaurant. So I have those memories of him. But I hadn't seen him or heard of him until about 10 years ago, where we connected on Facebook. And then I kept really reaching out. He reached out to me, and I think I did a little coaching. He used to call me Coach. And I found yesterday that he had passed away from COVID, and we had just had a conversation on New Year's Eve through messaging. So it was just really disturbing. And also from the day before, what we went through nationally, that was very disheartening and disturbing. As a transformational leader, I really have a lot of connection to what our leaders are doing in our country. And Gabby, again, coming back to Coach Talk Cafe one more time, is providing this opportunity for a whole new paradigm in leadership. And when I heard that from Gabby on a post, it so resonated with me because I had just created a leadership program on compassionate leadership. So that is how I reached out to Gabby. Well, anyway, so life is fragile, and we know that. So we are all here, gathered together collectively to transform ourselves so we can provide coaching to others to continue that ripple, that unfolding of transformation, and reach out globally and create that abundance. And it's just amazing where we all are in this moment today. My husband asked me, well, why do we transform? And what are we transforming from? And I said, don't confuse me with all those questions. But it's an important concept to think about. We're transforming from our old patterns, our limited beliefs in ourselves and the world and others, all those things that constrain us, that hold us back, that protect us from our vulnerability and our authentic self. And what we're transforming to, and what we are guiding our clients to transform to, is more joy, more peace, more awakening, more acceptance for our diversity and our uniqueness, and enlivening our being while we're here sharing time on this planet together, because how fast it goes.
Janet, they would like for you to list the 5 pillars. Could you list the 5 pillars maybe in Coach Talk Cafe when you go on in the next 48 hours? Awesome.
I will. I have a slide I can put on there. And that comes from a very amazing humanistic and transpersonal psychologist who combines Western and Buddhist teachings. His name is, of course, I just forgot it. Okay,
You can
I'll
post
put
it.
that on there too. I know him really well. I met him and studied with him. Okay.
Janet, I have a question here for you from one of the coaches. And they says, growing into more. What does that mean to each individual as the journey, and deep listening is the door opener?
Say it again.
Growing into more, what does that mean to each individual in their journey? Growing more.
Growing more, growing deeper, growing more. Mm-hmm. So are you asking me or everyone to jot that down?
No, I'm asking you, somebody asked you that question, what it means.
Okay, so deep listening to me provides a different continuum, that coaching continuum. So when we come from the old model of therapy and counseling and psychology, it's more transactional. It's about face up, and we don't go into the depth of the heart and the soul. Maybe we analyze, but that's still in the mind. So it's still from here up, like Zoom. And transformational, opens a broader space in our heart. So we start to learn to listen from our heart and learn the language of our heart, which I think Francisca is going to talk about, that courage that comes from the heart. So deep listening is also not active listening. And we'll practice this when we get into the master course. It's just being there, being present and listening, maybe nodding and restating back what the person said. And what I like to do is, because I'm very visual, when someone's talking, I get an image of what they're saying. And I give them that image if it works for them, because we really think in pictures. So Gabby is an artist and really understands and expresses that primordial language of art and symbolism. And that's what connects us to our heart.
Janet, you have been so amazing today. We're really excited about you, having you for 16 weeks during the master course. People are just going to bloom and grow with all the knowledge that you're going to share. We truly feel honored, and we love you and we admire you for your knowledge and for the path and the journey that you had of learning and preparing yourself, that transformation that you've created in yourself for us to be able to receive your knowledge and your gems of wisdom. So we thank you so much. We really are honored that you were here with us today. And Janet, I just want you to share with the group a little bit about if you have anything, any courses right now that you have going on. I know you're going to share them a little bit more tomorrow in the CTC, or if you work with people one-on-one, can you just take a couple of minutes to share that with the group?
Sure, and thank you. It's my honor and pleasure to be here. So you're welcome. I'm happy to be able to share in this particular container. And I do have it's a 4-part series of compassionate leadership. It starts with the way of the healer, which I developed during COVID, and then the way of the teacher, and the way of the warrior, not the worrier, and the way of the visionary. So all those 4 are available. I do that in a Zoom group and also one-on-one. And I have once a year, each Saturday in January, a vision board workshop. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. And you're going to go live in the next 48 hours and tell us a little bit more about it and your offer. So thank you so much. Let's just drop in the comments our gratitude for Janet being us and gracing us with her presence today. We
Thank
love you,
you.
Janet. We're so excited that you're a part of Coach Talk Cafe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Back to
So
you, Jasenia.
beautiful. Thank you,
Mhm.
Gabby. So beautiful, Janet. Thank you so much. I see a lot of hearts and hands and all of that for you there. So beautiful information. Just remember everyone to check in on Coach Talk Cafe and the page in the next 48 hours. Both of our speakers will have the opportunity to share more on their offers. And we'll go ahead and get into our next amazing, beautiful speaker. Her name is Francisca Ruiz, and she is also a founding partner for Coach Talk Cafe. And she is a spiritual coach that believes in living with intention. She has a background in international business and marketing. She's a global entrepreneur and she's passionate about music and theater. She's also involved in fundraising for communities in New Jersey, New York, and Puerto Rico that help with economic empowerment. That's beautiful. Today, she will be speaking on courage and touching on healing from the inside, using courage to unveil our inner power, and forgiveness and love heals our inner self. So, Francisca, I'll go ahead and let you unmute yourself and present for us what you have.
Hola familia, I want to say good morning and good afternoon. I know we have people from different parts of the world. I see so many beautiful faces here. I want to thank you, Jasenia, for hosting this beautiful event. Janet, you touch my heart in so many different ways. I feel we have so many things in alignment. It's just amazing. You just know how to perk our hearts. And I want to thank my beautiful sister, Gabby. Gabriela created this container. She has the most beautiful heart I've ever met. This is a woman who's always, always giving. And she gives from a place with so much love and authenticity. And I'm so grateful to be able to have come along this journey with all these beautiful souls who are, founding partners. And for those of you who are hearing us today, I hope we touch your hearts, we inspire something within you that helps you reflect and understand that this is not only going to be an amazing coaching platform, but an amazing human platform. We are here together creating a space where we can authentically connect, where we're not in competition like the rest of the world is, but we're in union, so that we can create not only the space that we're here to serve each other as humans, but being able to have, like Gabby always says, be able to have abundance, because it is our birthright. And so I'm going to jump into what I'm here to share with you guys. And thank you for allowing me this time to be able to share my heart with you. I come from a family I was born in Cuba. I came to the United States at the early age of 6 with the clothes on our backs. My family left Cuba to save us from communism, and they were humble farmers. When I came to the United States, I looked like Forrest Gump because I had a brace on my back due to an accident. And I felt so honored to have the respect and the love that my parents had, knowing that they needed to save us from communism, bringing us to this country, allowing us this whole transformation of a new life where they didn't even speak the language. Going through my journey after that and getting my brace removed, I had rheumatic fever. So I was in a wheelchair for a year. And from that, my transition into spirituality commenced. I knew that God had brought me for another purpose. I knew that I was soul having this human experience. I knew something inside of me was different. And I knew that even though I was in a hospital for 6 months away from my family, I knew that something was growing within me. And I started working around the word courage. What did courage really look like? My parents were courageous, having to leave Cuba to come to the United States where they had nobody. Actually, my uncle who brought us to the United States disappeared after we just got here. So we really had nobody. And it really brought me into growing, knowing and looking around at my family and saying, why am I here? Life kept giving me all these impressions, knowing that my spirituality, knowing that there was a higher purpose, knowing that I came from a family that was very spiritual, created the faith that I needed to be able to keep expanding who I was. And so many things have happened in life, like so many people have gone through so much that are in this beautiful Zoom today. We all have a story. We all are coming from somewhere that has led us to where we are today. And I found myself 3 years ago having 3 areas of my brain bleeding. I didn't know if I was going to make it. I didn't know if I ever would walk again. I didn't know if I ever would be able to do anything again, because I chose not to have my brain tapped into and just allow myself to go through the transition. And in doing so, I had so many beautiful connections with spirit. I would tell God every morning, why did you wake me up? Why am I here? Why did I just not cross over? Because at the early age of 22, I did cross over. I was dead for 4 minutes and 32 seconds. My heart stopped. I was able to see the beauty that it is when we do transmute. And I was able to see the beauty that it is, so that when I look at my brothers and sisters, because I consider each and every one of you my brothers and sisters, I never look at humanity as for the ethnicity. We all are different. We all might look different, but we are all the same inside of us. And I just took this journey after having my brain injury and knowing that I had to serve in a higher purpose. And so I started a program calling Healing from the Inside Out. I had to look at my heart. I had to look at why I was being kept in this planet. I always knew that I had a karmic expression, that my journey in this planet was looking at other people, whether it was painful, whether it was journey of pain, whether it was a journey of joy. I came here to forgive. I came here to be forgiven. I came here to love, and I came here to be loved. And I hope you put in your comments, because I know everybody has been through so much, but I wanted to be able to know that healing from the inside out had to start with me. I can call myself prisoner for everything that I had ever been through and keep questioning it and keep on trying to see why God was putting me through all these challenges. Oh, I can trust God. And when I surrendered in a way where I would go on my knees. It took me 6 months to walk straight. It took me 7 months to be able to walk down the steps. I don't still taste, my smell is coming back, but it's also beautiful because everything else got so altered. So I want to invite you to realize that everything also that we're going through with COVID, I always say it's a blessing because it has gifted us the ability to go within. If you went within, if you healed the inside of you, we all have traumas from childhood or traumas from relationships or traumas from life. Is it keeping you prisoner? Are you able to let it go? Are you healing everything within you? Are you forgiving? Are you really forgiving? That's a big word for me because I had to have the courage to not use that as a word, but as an action. It's something that I want to live from. It's something I want to feel truly. And my spiritual work from the child that I was getting into a hospital for 6 months, at the age of 11, my spirituality had evolved. And now it was time to be able to allow myself, because I was in real estate and financing, a very male-oriented world. And I felt so unauthentic that I couldn't say, I'm a spiritual healer. I connect to spirit. It felt like I couldn't say that. And after my brain injury, I said, you know what? You have to stand up for you. You have to walk the light. You have to walk what your belief is. You have to walk in truth. And so I liberated myself and I started doing spiritual work for others. I wanted to be able to turn around and know that it's okay to be a spiritual woman. It's okay to say that I connect. It's okay to know that we're all connected. As an empath, I feel so much. Like Dr. Janet, sorry to call you Janet, Dr. Janet was saying, you know, so much has happened this week, and I feel it in my soul. But my beautiful sister Gabby always says, these transitions are beautiful. We're all coming to the light. I have a beautiful community of spiritual partners, and it's so beautiful to hold each other right now. This is such an important time in our lives. Please understand that if we come to a container like this, if we come and connect from our hearts, it is so important that we can step into this journey holding each other from light, holding each other courageously, holding each other in truth, holding each other in peace, holding each other in abundance, holding each other in the knowingness that we chose to be here now for the new world that I have been praying for so many years, to see it unfold, where humanity can come together, where we can unite, where we can say, hey, I'm a spiritual person. Do you need support? Do you need to be held? Do you need to be loved? Do you need to connect so that I can walk you through this transition? Because when I started my spirituality, I would get lost. I would forget my name. I forget where I lived. I would forget who I was. For some sort of majesty, God would get me back home, and my family would have to help me be able to get back into my body. So I always say, I am so responsible around the people that I connect with, because I want them to understand that there is a place within you that's already blessed for you, so that you can evolve within you and be your full expression. And that there are places like Janet, like Gabby, like the beautiful souls that are here in this container. And let us help you be able to be all that you're intended to be. We don't need to hold back anymore. We don't need to have media, negativity, fear. And it's sad to see the souls that have transmuted. But like in 9/11, that I was present to, helping people out of that situation, praying with them, doing mantras with them, doing yoga with them. We know our souls also have a contract. So in this contract, I hope that you can feel from us the ability to connect, to allow ourselves to spread this love. Love seeing your comments. Please connect, share your hearts. Know that there is so much that we can do, like Dr. Janice says, when we come together. My offer is always to provide an advancement in your own self and your own spirituality. I do it through a nutritional program. I feel that if I heal my inner body, then my outer body can be a full representation of that which I want to share, so that I can be totally 100%. I grew up with I had two daughters, and I grew up in a home where Disney was a big thing. And I realized that Disney is really myself. The one who's going to save me is being able to be honest with self, coming in with truth, and having that courage, that beautiful space within my heart that I know God has already gifted me the ability to be able to be in the space of holding space for others, because I only come with love. People ask me always, what is your religion? And I say, my religion is love. I don't have anything else. I don't feel anything else. My children always laugh because they say, Mom, you never scolded us. You never raised your voice. And I always said, love heals all. We have to embrace our differences. In embracing our differences, we can love our union, which is knowing that we're all beautiful selves. We are all beautiful selves. And so I want to invite you to really unite with us, unite with Gabby and this beautiful vision, and unite with this beautiful team that she has put together from her heart, and be able to understand that only when we come to places like this, I've been praying forever. Everybody who knows me knows that I've been praying because I've done work with other programs and I've been in this space forever, growing certificates. But something about Gabby and this space that makes me feel so full, so whole, so blessed that they're beautiful souls that, like myself, want to live in truth, want to live in love, want to live in the light, and want to be expansive with what we offer, what we're here to do together, creating a better world, a world where we're all in union and in peace. I will end it by saying that I was part of that. If you see in colleges, the Peace Polls, that was a program that I was part of because there was no peace department in Washington at the time. And I was so committed to making sure that we did have a peace department and created the Peace Polls. So Jesse, I don't know if I'm done with my time or if anybody has any questions or anybody, has any comments, but I want to be in gratitude that we're here together. And I
Francisca,
opportunity.
Francisca, you still have about 6 more minutes and we want to hear you. We love hearing you.
Thank you, Gabby. So another story that I will share, it was a beautiful program that we did at the UN, where we did the cloth of many colors. We brought children together. I'm a lover of children. I only have 2, but I feel like I'm a mother of many. And we put a program together where we had children, where they took cloths and we weaved them together. We put them together because it doesn't matter where you come from in the world. If you are able to come from love and just see love, then you take away the masks that are created so that you can see your authentic self. And we created this beautiful blanket that we put it around the UN. Then we did it in the Washington Monument. And then we donated it so that children can come together. So children, I'm a child. I will never grow up. I always want to have that child inside of me, knowing that there's so much to learn. There's so much to do in this planet. And I'm a human being. I don't ever want to be a human doer again. I want to be present. Janet kept talking about it. I like to be present. I like to be able to have conversations. When I'm connecting, I want to see your heart. I want to connect through your third eye. And I want to be able to share what I always say, as above, so below. May your auras be clear. May your hearts be full of love. May you dance like no one's watching. May you love like you've never been hurt. May you see yourself in the power of the empowerment that you are. And may you always receive that which you're 100% able to give. For we are a mirror of one another. And in this mirror, we're able to be a reflection of that which we see inside of us. I see your grace. I see your light. I see your love. I see your peace. And I see us growing in this beautiful cafe together, sharing this space, our offers, and this union, thanks to Gabby being able to take it around the world. So thank you, my brothers and sisters, for listening to me on this day. May love, peace, light, and health always be inside of you.
Thank you, Francisca. Yesenia, I just want to say a few things. I wish that I was on camera right now. I had a little something done on my face, guys. It's beet red, sorry. But Francisca, you can feel my heart. And I just want to tell you that I love you, sister. You have graced us with your presence today. You're amazing. And that's why I've chosen you to be one of the leaders of Coach Talk Cafe. From the day that we met, we were bonded at the heart space. And I knew that we would be walking this journey together somehow. And I'm welling up in tears right now because of the love and appreciation that I have for you. And I just want to let everybody know that I have chosen Francisca to head up the Coach Talk Cafe for the Spanish speaking coaches. And so she's going to be basically doing what I'm doing with Coach Talk Cafe in English. She's going to be doing the global rollout of the Spanish speaking community of Coach Talk Cafe. So she's going to be working very closely with Alex Hoffman, who is also a very good and dear friend of ours. And so I'm very, very excited. Francisca, just take a couple of minutes to tell us how excited you are about that project and what you see happening and your dream and your vision that you came to me a while back with.
Thank you, Gabby. Thank you for this beautiful expression. Wow, I can't say enough. I met this beautiful lady about 3-4 years ago. My beautiful friend Alex introduced us. And from the moment I met her, I was so filled with this joy that we were going to be combining our efforts and doing something in this world together. I had done all of these different trainings with Tony Robbins. I have done John Master. I've done so many trainings in the world. And I met Gabby, and she's so powerful. She has so much knowledge. She has so much wisdom. And I said to her, Gabby, I would love to have the ability to collaborate with you, because as a Latina woman, as a Cuban woman, I would love to bring this to the Hispanic market. I would love to be able to coach our brothers and sisters and be able to bring this to the Spanish market. But it's such a big venture that I would love to do it with somebody that has your brilliance. And just a few months ago, we've been in touch with each other throughout the years. And just a few months ago, she graced me with a call and she goes, my sister, you remember that conversation we had? And I go, yeah. She goes, okay, let's do it. I felt like a little baby inside of me, jumping on joy, going, oh my God, is this really real? Are we really going to be able to do this? And just knowing that this is something that I was born to do. I was born to love upon my Spanish community, love upon them. There's so many beautiful, inspirational people in our communities looking for hope and having the courage to step up into that hope, that they also can deserve to have the American dream, that they also can be their full expressions. And so I can't tell you how excited I am to do this, how humbled I am to be joining you and Alex in being expand this into the Hispanic community. And I'm not doing anything. We're doing this. I never feel like I do anything by myself. I'm just one unit of a bigger conglomeration led by the beautiful Gabby. And I'm just here to serve. And I'm just here to be part of this community. For me, I never want to do anything. I don't take ownership of anything. All the glory goes to God. Everything I do is in God's name for the betterment of humanity, knowing that I'm only here to serve. And it's just in my honor that I get to walk with each and every one of you in this beautiful container. And I'm honored and humbled to be part of all these beautiful Spanish people that are also already partners in our container and spread the word in our Spanish communities. So Gabby, thank you. Thank you for coming along and being the leader, being the light, being the conduit, being the mentor, being the coach that you are. And as I coach in transformation, you coach me in everything, in my sister. So in gratitude of you and taking this to the next level.
Wow, sister, you just touched my heart and everyone's hearts. And I always go by intuition and what God puts in my heart. So I just decided to give up one of my sessions on the master course and have you be a guest expert on the master course. What does everybody think about that? I think we need to have Francisca be part of the master course. So I'm inviting you in front of everyone today to be a guest expert on the master course. I'm getting teary-eyed about it because we need to have more of you. We need to have more of your heart in Coach Talk Cafe. You are just amazing. We love you. We're so grateful that you're here today. Look at all the beautiful comments that everyone is sharing with you. We love you, sister, and we're so excited to be walking this journey together. And you and I are going to have a meeting with Alex this evening. That's going to be exciting to talk about everything we're rolling out. I love you. Thank you.
Love you, my sister.
Jasenia, back to you. I think here to do a testimonial.
You got cut out a little bit, Gabby. But thank you, Francisca. That was absolutely exceptional. Thank you for sharing your heart with us, your vulnerability, for trusting us with that. We really appreciate that. She was amazing. Janet, Dr. Janet and Francisca, thank you guys so much. And we're going to have a couple of testimonials, and I'm going to be sharing a poem as well. And it's really interesting. Whenever I share these poems, and normally I write them and finish them the morning of, like I'm up really early and I go off of intuition. And it's amazing how everything is so connected. And I truly believe that we are definitely here on purpose for a purpose. And I love how we are just a culmination of so many different people here from so many different areas. I think it's absolutely beautiful how we come in love. So what I'll do is, Gabby, would you like a testimonial first with the poem at the end, or vice versa?
I would like for you to end with the poem, You're So Powerful, so we can go ahead and have Carla and Lynette share their testimonials, and then you can end with the poem.
Okay, very good. So we have two founding partners here. We have Carla Lowry, and she's been here, oh my gosh, since as far back as I can remember with us. So beautiful. So we'll get started with Carla. Carla, if you don't mind unmuting yourself and just sharing a couple of minutes of why you're part of Coach Talk Cafe, what this means for you.
Oh, good morning, everyone. What a sparkling and beautiful morning it is with all of you, and I so appreciate every single one of you. My journey, I want to just say that my journey began on the internet and with another coach and another fitness coach. And, you know, they all served a purpose for me, and I did what I needed to do. I learned what I needed to do to make myself a better person. And then I went into another coach that, you know, got me accelerated and knowing more about my story and about my purpose. But, you know, it just wasn't enough. I still had to keep looking. And I ended up in Tony Robbins somehow mastermind group. I don't know how, but there I was, and I'm surfing it, you know, looking, trying to find something that would touch with my heart, you know, because it was a lot of my mind that was, you know, rolling around with all kinds of ideas. So there I was, and I see this beautiful painting, and I'm an artist. So that totally captured me with Gabriela del Dio, sorry. And I just was just in awe of all her talent. So right there took me in. But I found out it was more of depth. It was more deeper than just me initially seeing and knowing about her on a personal level. I was sort of, I don't know what the words are, but I couldn't really feel what I needed to feel. And somehow Gabriela was the one that actually captured me in my heart and on an emotional level. And I learned how more to expand myself with her, because she gave me hope. She gave me the tools I had them, but she even fine-tuned them more for me to learn about myself, with not just with her, but with all of you. Starting with the Sacred Healing Sanctuary. She has all these different avenues that you can take for your needs. And that Sacred Healing Sanctuary with the meditations with Coulter, oh my God, and just the inner child and finding my wounds and learning how to navigate those wounds and come out of them. So I don't know. This is going a whole different way than what I thought it was, my testimony. But I just can't say enough how much, that Gabriela, you have expanded me so much in my awareness, in my knowledge, in my knowingness. And it's just with others coming into the fold, I've learned more with you, all of you. And I'm looking at some of the things I feel unstoppable at this point. because of what I've learned, and I want to serve others. And humanity has always been a big, I've gone on and off with humanity because it made me sick sometimes. But then I thought, we're all connected, and I have to get into something where I can serve others and my knowledge of what I know that I've experienced. So here I am. And one thing I love about Gabriella is she's uniting us all into a new paradigm beyond what we've known. And that can be unknown and scary. So I feel confident with you, Gabriella, and Francisca, and Jasenia, and Travis, and Janet, and AJ, all of you. I mean, Mubashar, even, he has been such a opening me up on an emotional level to express that and share that and feel safe in that container. So I can't say enough. If you're considering being part of this, I'm opening this up to you all to join this group and learn about yourself and become more expanded. And I love you all so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. I love you so much.
I love you, Gabriella. I can't even express how much I love you. I want to jump in there and hug you.
Well, we're gonna be having a retreat. We're gonna be able to hug each other soon.
Okay.
Back to you, Jasenia.
Thank you, Carla, so much. We love you. We love you, love you, love you. We're so happy to be here with you. And next we have the beautiful Linan Cotto, who's absolutely amazing, has such a beautiful heart. And she's definitely here, on purpose. And Linan, if you can, as a founding partner as well, just connect with us. Let us know a couple of minutes, like what this means to you to be a part of Coach Talk Cafe as well.
Thank you so much. Everyone here is so unique and so special, and our world needs each of you. And my heart is just so full. Dr. Janet, Francisca, Carla, Jasenia, and of course our founder, our amazing visionary, Gabby. Such a gift and blessing. And Gabby had told me, I also met Gabby the same way as Carla. I just saw some of her posts in a group and I was really blown away and resonated with her on so many things. And she's a beautiful, gorgeous individual to look at, and her heart and soul is just, she just has so much for one person to give this world. And she's an amazing leader. And so it was really easy to follow her and really easy to I resonated with this vision that she had. And for me, I heard her tell me, she said that, Linan, I've worked really, really hard. She was in the National Speakers Association when she was 17 years old. And she has so many qualifications that I think a lot of people still don't know. A trained psychologist, a CNA, and she works in hospice, rapid transformational coach. She has, I actually don't even know how many children she has, and she has grandchildren. She has time for us, and she has time for Coach Talk Cafe. And when you talk to her, you know that her heart is so full. She loves you, and it's so easy. This vision that she had, it was so powerful that she had told me, Linan, I really don't need to work. I'm fine financially. My monthly expenses are so small and manageable. I don't need to work, but God put in my heart that I need to do this. And we have that blessing. And as founding partners, this is just the beginning. And so the sky is the limit. We are all unstoppable. What we have before us is going to give us limitless opportunities, limitless in the way of our personal growth and blossoming and what we can do for others. And then there's the financial aspect of Coach Talk Cafe. And with that vision that she has created with Alex Hoffman and the structure, I don't have to pay for Coach Talk Cafe anymore. And then I'm going to be getting more money to help me promote myself and what I can offer people, or whatever my family needs. And that, where can you find that with this community of people who really love and want to serve? And I hope those that are guests can see that this is very unique, and go with your heart. And I hope that you will join us if this is a good fit for you. It might not be the right fit. So I'm so honored that I can be here. I can be one of the very first founding partners, and the sky is the limit for us. I love all of you. I'm so thankful that I can be here with you and that I can learn from you. I'm so excited getting to know everybody. You guys all are just so incredible. I mean that from my heart.
Thank you, Lynanne. I do want to say something about Lynanne because she's near and dear to my heart and my neighborhood. We only live about 20 minutes from each other. So we've had an opportunity to spend some one-on-one time together, and it's just been a real honor. Lynanne, I'm a push coach and I'm tough on you sometimes. I bring you to tears, but you're very coachable and teachable and humble, and I appreciate that about you. And as Dr. Janet was sharing with us, it's that transformation that happens, from the inside out, that we carry out that ripple into the ocean of humanity. And we're all growing, we're all peeling the onion, including myself. Coaches need coaches. So I appreciate you, Lynanne, being coachable and teachable. But I also want to talk about Lynanne's business, Savi. She's an amazing businesswoman. She's helping us right now she's over the website design and development, working along with Kevin Lampron, our CEO, Mark Zyga, and Ahmed, and she's doing an amazing job. You guys are just going to be so excited to see the website that she's helping us to create. And I'm just very grateful for your service and walking on purpose, Lynanne. And also, Lynanne, you're a recruiter. You're a recruiting monster. You already have 11 coaches on your team. Yay, let's give her some love, you guys. And she has made several $100s already, referring people to the master course. So she's definitely committed to Coach Talk Cafe, and we're committed to you. $500. Thank you, Lynanne. We love you. Back to you, Jasenia.
Thank you, Lynanne. Beautiful, beautiful for sharing your heart with us and being here with us. And Gabby, of course, we are so grateful and really appreciative of who you are and how you have brought all of us here together. Look at all these beautiful faces. I mean, if you haven't gotten a chance to take a look at the grid view, take a look at the faces, look at the people you're here. Like, we're all connected. We're all human beings. We're all full of love. And I did a poem because I've been believing in peace for such a long time and uniting people since I was a little girl, because I grew up in very violent stricken areas in Chicago, and I always saw a vision for peace. Whew. So with everything that's going on and seeing all these beautiful people here with, together today, I had on my heart just intuitively asking, because I'm a believer of God, what is the message you would like me to share today? How can I show up today? And this is what was on my heart. It's called, I was asked to write on the theme of courage. And so the title of it is In the Spirit of Courage. I know times are kind of tough right now, but never tougher than the human spirit. And even though hate tries to break down our love, violence is not what our children will inherit. We are not victims. We have a choice, and we will make it. Peace is at the altar of our hearts, and to it we shall commit. Remembering we are a people of grit, never backing down or calling it quits. We are a people of courage in the face of critics, a people of vision pushing past all limits. And so we face our fears and do what needs to be done, understanding that we cannot be all if we do not count each one. You matter. I matter. Since the beginning of time together, we have always been better. So have the courage to unite in the face of division. Have the courage to choose love and make the right decisions. Courage is stepping up when you want to recoil back into yourself, facing your fears and hanging up all those doubts on a shelf. It's going to be okay. See, you can be brilliant today and take responsibility for the world in which you live. Teach others how to receive by never restricting how much love you give. Courage is putting down our guards and showing up as we are. So I ask, when did embracing a stranger become so hard? Since when did embracing your true self become something you disregard? We are all made of the same essence, and that is love. It is the bond by which we connect to something greater than us. It is the bond that gives us the courage to show up for one another. No matter the face or race, in spirit, we are sisters and brothers. And so when one falls, it is our duty to help him up. That courage we find to extend our heart and hand to each other heals our brokenness and fills up our empty cup. So we are one. What I say and do affects you too. So, in the face of hatred, may love be what you choose, because the peace you seek begins with you. So I ask, when did loving another become something scary? Have courage, open up, let your love be revolutionary. Are you your brother's keeper? Yes, indeed. No more waiting, so let's take the lead. Forgive each other and own up to your wrongs. Let every apology become a healing song. We've never been alone, for to one another we belong. When we unite in love, we are strong. There is nothing we can't overcome because we are the answer if we just have the courage to show up in love. And that's it. Thank you guys. You guys are beautiful and I love you guys so much. Gabby, I love you so much.
Thank you, Jasenia. That was just so powerful and so perfect for what is going on right now in the world. And I hope that as you were doing the poem, Jasenia, I was looking at you, but I was always also looking at everyone else and their faces. Linan had her eyes closed. She was really taking in what you were saying, and other people were smiling and just really connecting with that. And as I saw all the different faces from different countries and different colors, I couldn't help but get tears in my eyes of how Coach Talk Cafe is bringing us all together, in world peace and getting along and coming from a heart space. And, this was another epic Coach Talk Cafe. For those of you that are here for the first time, I hope that you will reach out to the person that invited you here today and join us. And we'll tell you a little bit more about how you can get started in the Coach Talk Cafe group. We don't like to do any selling here. This is just for your upliftment and for you to come and learn and fill your cup. We want to fill your cup as servant coaches. And so I'm very, very excited that all of you were here today. We have a few extra minutes, and I'm going to call candidly on a couple of people to share more testimonies. Joe Gesh, would you be kind enough to unmute yourself? And also Denise Coley, share just a 2-minute testimonial, please, with the group.
Sure. Thank you, Gabby. So those of you that don't know me, I'm Yogesh Kapoor. I'm a public speaking trainer and coach. And I came to know Gabby through another Facebook group we were on. And when she shared about Coach Talk Cafe, I'm a person who listens to his intuition. And my intuition said, just follow this lady. And I came here and she explained what Coach Talk Cafe was going to be about. And I didn't even have 1% doubt that this was something I wanted to be part of. And there's a story I always share, which I'll share again, is in 2019, I had written down a statement next to my temple, which said, I want to be an Oscar-winning actor, world champion of public speaking, storyteller. And at the bottom of it, I wrote, I want to be the founder of the largest personal development group in the world. And when Gabby invited me, I was like, oh my God, this is just manifested. And in the last 2 months that I've been around Gabby, as how Carla mentioned and Linan mentioned, she really knows how to uplift you. And things around me have started to manifest that would normally not manifest. I mentioned this the other day also in one of the meetings that I wanted to always act, and gave a small acting audition, and that's been approved. And hopefully in February I'll act, even if it's for like 5 lines. But things are moving, and the biggest thing was when she explained to me the providence of God and that you're here to serve. And that really lit me up. Money doesn't light me up, but service does. And, I've been in so many Facebook groups, but I've just shut off from that and just been in this group. And I'm here to serve, I'm here to help. And thank you, Gabby, for this vision. I already see Coach Talk Cafe going all over the globe by the end of this year. And I'm so happy to be with this family because this is the most comfortable family I've ever been with. And thank you so much, Gabby, and the Coach Talk Cafe family.
Thank you, Jogesh. And I had a conversation with Jogesh, and I also want to announce that Yogesh is also going to be stepping up into leadership as we are expanding globally. And in the next 90 days, he's gonna hit up Indonesia, and we're gonna also start having Coach Talk cafes in Hindi. So that's gonna be really exciting. Jogesh, you want to talk a little bit about your excitement about that?
Yes, definitely. I live in Indonesia. I'm originally from Hong Kong. So being here, I realized that the major population speaks Indonesian. And I realized, because Gabby mentioned that the Spanish Coach Talk Cafe is starting. So I was also envisioning about it, earlier in the morning that we need one in India, we need one in Indonesia. And that's why I've invited my sister. She's also here, and a very good friend of mine. My sister Bhamna is here. And a very good friend of mine, Nitesh, she's also here, and another friend of mine from Toastmasters, Dentia, she's also here. That's why I invited all of them, because I don't speak the language, but they do. So I'll be more than glad to lead them if they're interested in being part of this family. And India is such a big country in itself. I mean, 1.2 billion people, and I know there are a lot of people out there who need coaching in a mass level, and this would be so huge. I invited a few people, didn't show up today, maybe it was too short of a notice, but I'm looking forward for them to come next week. And I'm just excited. I mean, we're going to be global, guys. This is just so amazing.
Thank you, Jogesh. And I just want to say that there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you guys may not be aware of. We're already preparing to have another Coach Talk Cafe at another time zone so that it'll make it easier for other people. So we're going to have one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening at the night time. And that will be starting in February. So we're just about to step it up because we're going to be starting to bring thousands of members on board. We're going to be needing more cafes. So I'm looking to you guys for leadership, people to step up, like Francisca, like Jogesh, like Jasenia, like Travis. And, I'm always paying attention, and always got my ears and my eyes open to see, who's going to be stepping up into leadership. I'm talking with Dr. Janet Fine also about developing some expert courses that she's going to be helping us with. So we're definitely going to be needing leadership here at Coach Talk Cafe. Denise, we're going to go ahead and end with your testimonial.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi, everybody. First off, I just want to say that this was an incredible session today. Dr. Janet and, Francisca, you guys are unbelievable powerhouses, and I am just so ecstatic that I'm in your presence, that you're able to transfer your knowledge, your wisdom into me to help me become a better transformational coach. And, I just want to say, everyone that's on the call here for the first time and all of us that are here, what a blessing this is. And just hearing, from Carla and hearing from Linan, every minute that I'm sitting here and I'm like, God, you're answering my prayer. And I don't know if how many of you feel that way, but I feel that my prayer has been answered. And Yogesh, just like you, I have on my board here that, I am energy and that I attract money and great people to my life of abundance. And whatever it is come to fruition. And right now it's starting. And I know a lot of you probably have that same thing where you had some things that you've had on your list that you wanted to happen for you. And all of a sudden it's here. And, when you grab onto that and you hold onto it tight and you say, you know what, just let your hands go free and say what God has given you, that now you have that opportunity to flourish. And that's what happened when Lenan reached out to me that day and asked me to come here to take a look at Coach Talk Cafe. I had no idea what it was about. She did an unbelievable job of telling me nothing. Okay. All right, Lenan. You told me nothing about this opportunity, but I came with an open mind and an open heart. And once I actually saw the opportunity, and I attended a meeting just like most of you are attending here today, and I was just jazzed and stoked up about the opportunity to have coaching on a great level of coaching, an hour and a half each week, that I know would cost me so much more money outside that I would not get that anywhere else, which actually fed into my development and my development to be a great speaker, a great, coach. And that's what you're getting here from this environment. And then when I looked at Gabriella, my goodness, I went to her website and I was just looking at the art. And I keep saying this, and I hate to be redundant, but the thing about it is, when I saw someone that had that much talent and creativity within her art, that means all of that is coming from internally inside of her, and she's able to express her gifts to the world in her artistry. And I said, that's somebody that I wanted to follow. That's someone who has a vision, and that's somebody that I wanted to be a part of and be around. And that's what we all have here in this community. And I just want to say, Gabriella, this is one of the best things that I've seen in a very, very long time. And I hope most people don't miss it. Unfortunately, I know a lot of them will, because sometimes we get so, narrow minded. I'm not saying focus, I'm saying narrow minded, that we're not looking outside and seeing the bigger picture outside of the box that we live in. And, Yogesh, listen, I'm an African American, but look, I am studying Hindi. So, apke se hen to my Indian folks out there. I really want this to be an opportunity to cross all barriers. And I will leave this with you guys. My mother, when she was alive, God bless her soul, and my ex-husband, we are divorced, but let me tell you, we are the best of friends today. And he is Punjabi, right? So I can go walk to his house right now. And the beautiful thing about my mother used to say, oh my God, my nickname is Nisi, everybody. They call me Nisi. Denise is my name, but Nisi is my name to my family. And you can call me Nisi too, if you'd like. And she would say, oh my God, Nisi, you brought an Indian to my house? I said, yes, mommy. I don't discriminate. I love all people, right? And that's what we have here in this community. And we coming from all different cultures and all different backgrounds. What a great way to learn about each other and be respectful of each other. All different religions and all different. I just love this environment. I don't know how many of you feel that way, but I'm learning so much from each and every one of you that this is making me a more well-rounded person, that I can go out into the community and be able to relate to all different types of people and feel like I'm getting chills talking about this. I can't tell you that I was having chills listening to, Francisca and to Carla. I mean, just chills and tears want to roll down my face. And I don't want to get emotional, but I am an emotional person, because when it comes to actually going after your dreams, God forbid if you die today, die tomorrow, what are you leaving on the table for everyone else to enjoy that you're going to leave behind? Get your legacy created, because somebody out there needs you. They need your voice, and they need to see what we have to offer. And Coach Talk Cafe is that platform, Gab. I'm going to give it back to you.
Denise, thank you. You touched my heart, and I love you so much. We're working together one-on-one and getting to connect on a deep level, and you're just a precious soul. You have so much to offer. You're walking on purpose. And I just, again, you're stepping up into leadership. I've already called you to leadership. Many are called, but few are chosen, but we choose ourselves. And all of you that are stepping up into leadership, you've chosen yourselves. I've just paid attention. And Denise is going to be heading up one of the overview sessions. I'm putting her in charge. She's an amazing presenter, as you can see, and she's going to be heading up a PowerPoint presentation on Wednesday. Everybody come and bring your friends. That's going to be at noon this upcoming next Wednesday and every Wednesday. And Denise is going to share the opportunity, the overview of the opportunity. We're going to be there to support her, so invite as many as your friends as you can. We're also starting up a Thursday night session, and Travis and I are starting some other sessions. Travis, we're almost out of time, but can you please just do a call to action and invite everybody and tell them what we're doing real quick? Thank you, Denise. I love you.
Love you.
Yes, hello everybody. I didn't know you was going to do this, Gabby, but that's all right. So we've got several invites that we're putting out there on the Coach Talk Cafe page. That way you can share those out into the group there. If we put it into the founding partners, you can't share outside of that. So that's why we're putting them right there. But you can invite people to come into these trainings, and then Gabby and I are going to be doing like a new member just open forum Q&A and meet and greet. So people can come in, they can ask questions, we can get to know each other a little bit, and it's going to be unstructured, informal. We're just going to get in there and just kind of do a little powwow. So I saw a few people comment on that about that. That's a great idea, and I really like that too. So we can kind of build that community. And I got my little mind map from today. I got to tell you guys, this container right here, every week I get filled in my heart, and I'm not really a heart person, so it hits me every week, and I've got all these things, and everybody here hit me in the heart today, and that's why I'm here, because I want that connection. That's who I am. That's what I long for. And so I want to thank all of y'all for being here. Now I'm getting emotional. I'm going to turn into Gabby and start crying all the time. But
thank you very much, Travis. I appreciate you. Travis is our sales and marketing director. He's amazing. He's purpose driven. He's all heart, and he's walking on purpose. Jasenia, I know that you've got to run, and I know that Janet offered to do a little closing sacred circle for us. If you need to leave, Jasenia, I can go ahead and handle it. I love you, Jasenia. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for sharing that beautiful, beautiful poem. You're always amazing us. And thank you again, Jasenia, for hosting today. Janet, for those of you that would like to stay, has offered to do a closing grounding for us. Janet, you want to unmute yourself? Thank you for offering, Janet.
You're welcome. All right, so we'll have a closing. If you bring both hands together again in prayer pose at your heart center and rub your palms together kind of briskly. And then if you open and close slightly, you can feel your own healing energy right between the palms of your hands, and bring that all around you, creating your own sacred space. And back at your heart center, and take a deep breath, and then send the energy out to the world, wherever you want that to go. And exhale and inhale deeply. And back at your heart center. And that's it. Thank you.